Welcome all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily Culture. My name is Maria Kądzielska, and today we take you for a trip to Cambodia, because with me in the studio is Michał Awerczuk, a Polish journalist, but also a filmmaker. Michał, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Michał, you sort of became involved in Cambodia in many ways because you helped with writing the book of Piotr Oller, My Cambodiana, but moreover, you are making a movie about it, and you ended up going to Cambodia and spending there 3 months. So just starting with this, what was your, what have you seen there? And what is your opinion about this place? And moreover, what have you discovered when it comes to the Polish troops, Polish soldiers there, and altogether the complexity of this place?
So I didn't make any kind of research before going to Cambodia, and I did that on purpose because, as of my knowledge, Polish soldiers, they knew only the basics. So I just wanted to have this unique experience of like going there and having this cultural shock. Which was the first time I've done it, and that was pretty awesome, to be honest. To be awesome in a cultural sense. But Cambodia is a country of big duality, of horrific history and terrific culture, and all that stuff that's happening around it. And that duality, you can actually feel that in the air. You can see that on the faces of the people. So basically, they're always happy. They don't, complain or whatever. But still, you need to remember that 20, 30, 40 years ago, there was an actual genocide happening there, like in Yugoslavia, for example. But they don't actually. I don't think that they remember. I know that they remember about it, but they do not show it. Even though if you go to Tuol Sleng, the genocide, the place that took
the territory where it happened.
Yeah, that's a prison. High school turned into a prison where 12,000 people were killed, only 12 survived. When you go to killing fields, to Chung Ek, which is basically, you get this weird feeling that it's familiar, and I didn't know what was it, and then I realized that when I was a kid, I went to Auschwitz-Birkenau, the German camp. And I had the same feeling. And I talked with Peter, and he went there for the first time back in 1992. He actually filmed it. There was blood on the floor, which is like completely dry, but it was still there. And after many years, it's still there. That kind of experience of this amazing Cambodia, amazing culture, food, landscapes.
Nature.
Nature and that history.
Of this war and genocide.
Genocide.
And so, tell us for everyone to understand well, because it's a very complicated story, because the story of Cambodia has a lot of sides, and we won't discuss the complexity of all of it. But right now we are talking about the genocide which the Red Khmers did on the Vietnamese people.
Yeah, so the genocide in Cambodia had like many phases, I suppose. So basically the first one back in 1975, 73, 75, and later 79. Then civil war between Vietnamese, Khmer, and Khmer Rouge took place, which took another 500,000 lives, added to 2 million people that perished during the Khmer Rouge regime. And after that, there were so-called Paris Peace Accords, the ceasefire. And for a few months, it was like fairly peaceful. And after that, they decided, Khmer Rouge decided that Vietnamese communists and Khmer Rouge communists weren't the same communists, so they needed to fight.
Wonderful.
So I know it's really confusing when communists start fighting communists, but it happened. So, so they actually tried to seize power in Phnom Penh, which is the capital of Cambodia, for once again after 20 years, and they were unsuccessful. But you ask me what I've learned in Cambodia. I've learned that if Polish troops actually would lost the battle, and Khmer Rouge entered the city, there was a big possibility of canceling the whole election process, which took place 2 or 3 weeks, 3 weeks, exactly 3 weeks after the attack.
The attack.
Yeah.
So there's the Polish, we mentioned in the previous episode and talked about it, this attack of the Khmer Rouge on the Polish camp of 40 soldiers who defended their position and managed to get them away so they didn't attack the Vietnamese minority
Civilians, yeah.
and civilians in the village. And it was just all these events happened before the democratic elections which were supposed to happen in
First
Cambodia.
free democratic election back in 1993.
Sounds all crazy, but also extremely interesting. And I hope we talk more about it in the next episode. But to all of you, the viewers of Poland Daily, maybe you will never have a chance to go Cambodia, or maybe you're thinking about doing it. Then definitely have in mind everything what Michał said in this episode, because this is the country of duality, as I mentioned, of many faces, and one of those faces is absolutely horrible. And I think that this is a wonderful topic to read more about it and learn more about it, because after all, we have to find out and tell the truth also about such stories. And again, thank you very much for watching our show.